Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my Just Essentials challenge. If you watched last week's video, then you would have seen me make 3 budget meals using only the Just Essentials range at Asda, and they actually tasted pretty good. So we're back for a part 2 to show you the other 4 meals that I created. We've got burgers and buns with chips, sweet and sour chicken with rice, homemade bread pizzas with all the sides, and also a classic pasta bolognese. We've got the same rules as last week, guys. I can only cook with ingredients that I can find in the Just Essentials range by Asda. We're going to be showing you the full cost breakdown of each meal, exactly how I'm preparing it, and then I'm going to be doing a taste test at the end of each one as well. If you do enjoy the video, guys, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below if you have not already. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive in and see if these ones are just as good. Starting off with a really basic dinner, we've got burgers and buns with some chips. Let's run through the overall cost of this meal. Now we've got 8 beef burgers here, and these were £2.25. We're going to be using the entire pack for this dinner. We've then got 6 white rolls. These were 45p. And then we got a big bag of chips. This was £1.65 altogether. We're going to be using half of the bag, making it 83p. And that makes our total dinner come to £3.53. And let's dive into making this. Now, of course, this cooking isn't super complicated. I'm going to be cooking the burgers in the oven just because that's how I like my beef burgers to be cooked. I'm actually going to be doing the chips in the air fryer. I want to give them a fighting chance because they are the Just Essentials. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out, but I really want to do them in the air fryer because that's my favourite way to do chips. So we're going to be cooking the chips in the air fryer, beef burgers in the oven, and then obviously just serving it up with our white rolls. Now, beef burgers do shrink up as they cook, so I thought I would get a before shot and show you the actual size of these burgers before cooking, and then we can pan across to once they're done to see the shrinking. As you can see, there's been a fair shrinkage on these burgers, but to be fair, I'm loving the fact that I'm seeing like the chunks of onion and everything. That makes me super happy that there's going to be loads of flavour in here. But yeah, let's serve these up in our buns. And that's our chips done in the air fryer. They're looking fairly crispy, to be fair, but they are looking very short. I feel like this is where they use all the small potatoes. They're actually tiny. And that's us all served up, guys. I have to say, portion sizes for the money, well worth it. Let's dive in and give these a taste test. Let's start by taste testing the chips. Actually soft and fluffy on the inside, decent coating on the outside, actually really nicely done in the air fryer. The only thing I would comment on is the size, but in honesty, like, the kids and me aren't bothered about the size of our chips, so actually this is really good value for money. Now let's take a bite of our burger. Now the burger inside is actually really juicy and I really like the flavour of it. Very similar to a bird's eye burger, actually, like the little bird's eye beef burgers. Very similar to that with the little onions and stuff in there as well. The bun is really soft, but I definitely feel like I might need like 2 burgers to make the ratio of this burger better. But all in all, guys, for our basic beige dinner, absolutely delicious. Next up is a super simple sweet and sour chicken dish. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. We're going to be using some chunky chicken breast. This pack was £1.99. We're then using a sweet and sour sauce, which was 87p. And then we're going to be using some long grain rice. Now this kilo bag was 52p, and the 300 grams that we're going to be using for this meal comes to 16p. So altogether, guys, this dinner is going to come to £3.02 to feed me and my 3 kids. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is to put my 300 grams of rice and the water into my rice cooker. This is going to cook it perfectly and keep it warm until we're ready to serve. Then into this medium saucepan, I'm just going to pour our sweet and sour sauce and add our chunky chicken breasts, and then we're going to swarm that through on a medium heat. And then once our sauce and our chicken are all heated through, we can serve it up with our rice. And that's our dinners all served up. We've got mine here, Tyler's, Liam's and Ava's as well. It smells really good, but let's give it a taste test. I'm going to serve up the kids now and then try mine for you. Again, the rice is really soft. I really rate this rice. Let's try it with some of the sauce. I mean, the sauce is okay. It doesn't have a crazy amount of flavour, I can't lie. And there are a few little chunks of vegetables in here. but it's not given a crazy amount of flavour. Let's try it with some of this chicken. The chicken's nice, it's soft and tender, but it does still have that kind of sandwich chicken flavour. I don't know if that makes sense. So this isn't the best meal that I've tried out of the Just Essentials range. I do think that the Asda's own sweet and sour sauce is miles better for about 30p difference, I think. And I honestly think it would have been better with the Just Essential prawns than the chicken, but it's not a bad meal. It still tastes okay, but it is just okay. Now it's time to make make some Just Essentials homemade pizzas with some sides. Let's run through all the ingredients I'm going to use and how much this is going to cost. From our 55p white loaf of bread, I'm going to use 4 slices. That comes to 10p. Then I'm going to be using a tin of chopped tomatoes for 43p. Going to be using some of these mixed herbs. The total pack was 66p. I'm going to use about a tablespoon, which is about 6p. Our 400 gram block of cheese was £2.79. I'm using 100 grams, which comes to 70p. I'm using half of this potato pops bag. This was £1.25, meaning half is 63p. Our garlic bread was 36p. And then we've got our mixed peppers, which are £1.79. I'm going to be using about 30p's worth just as some veg sticks on the side. Altogether, that comes to £2.58. Let's dive into making it. The garlic bread and the potato pops, I'm just going to cook in the air fryer as per the packet instructions. And then for our pizza prep, I'm going to mix our tin of chopped tomatoes with a tablespoon of mixed herbs in a bowl, and then grate our cheese. That's our pizza toppings all prepped. Now, while our garlic bread and potato pops are in the air fryer, I've just put 4 slices of bread onto my grill. We're going to pop this under the grill on a medium to high heat for a couple of minutes each side until they're golden brown on both sides. And then once our bread's golden brown on both sides, we're going to top our bread slices now with our tomato and mixed herb mixture. Then we're going to pop that back under the grill for a couple more minutes. And then the last step is to top our pizzas with our grated cheese. Then we're just going to pop these back under the grill now until the cheese is melted, golden and bubbling. And while our pizzas finish off cooking, I'm just going to chop up some mixed peppers as some little veg sticks for the side. That's our pizzas all ready. Now it's time to serve up our homemade pizzas with our sides. And that is our dinner all served up, guys. I've been having this style pizza since I was a kid. I absolutely love homemade bread pizzas. They are delicious, but yeah, I'm excited to see how they taste with the Just Essentials ingredients. We then got some veg sticks, some potato pops and garlic bread. So that is my portion and the boys. And then Ava's got the exact same tonight as well. I'm going to serve the kids their dinner and then I'm going to do a full taste test, guys. First up, the peppers. I know that these are going to be fine. Yep, absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with them. I have them all the time. Same with the garlic bread. I'm always ordering this 36p garlic bread for me and the kids. I absolutely love it. But yeah, the bread's really soft. The garlic butter has a really nice taste. And yeah, just a really nice garlic bread slice. Now let's try the potato pops, because I've not tried these before and they feel really crispy being done in the air fryer. Do you know what? They're not bad. They've got a really nice crispy outside and then they've got sort of like a mashed potato in the middle. Really, really nice actually. I've actually been quite surprised by the potato products in the Just Essentials range. I don't know how they would be in the oven, but they've crisped up really nicely and they taste really good in the air fryer. And lastly, my homemade pizza. Let's give this a bite. The bread's absolutely fine on this, just standard toast, I'd say. But with the chopped tomatoes, when I normally do this, I would use Asda's own chopped tomatoes and some oregano. I quite like the herb mixture, and the chopped tomatoes are a little more watery in the Just Essentials. That's the only thing I'd say. For only a few pence difference, I feel like the Asda own chopped tomatoes are a lot less watery. That's the only thing I can say. And the cheese is really good. I've ordered this cheese multiple times from Asda and the cheese has a really nice mature cheddar taste. All in all, a really good dinner. Like I said, I normally order these peppers and garlic bread on my shopping anyway. I feel like these potato pops, if they're a hit with the kids, they're going to be an ongoing purchase. And probably the only change I wouldn't take forward is the chopped tomatoes. For a couple of pence more, I feel like you get a much richer tomato sauce. That's my takeaway from this, guys, but an absolutely smashing dinner. I'm going to go and enjoy this now. And our final dinner is going to be a pasta bolognese. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. Now, this 500 gram pack of beef mince was £3.09. We're going to be using half of it, making that £1.55. Then going to be using 50 grams of mature white cheddar cheese. This 400 gram pack was £2.79, meaning 50 grams is going to be 35p. These mixed herbs for 66p. We're going to use a pinch, so I've put that down as 5p. This pasta sauce jar was 49p. Our mixed peppers were £1.79. We're going to be using 60p's worth. So there's about a pepper left in this. We're going to be using that. And our 500 gram pack of pasta shapes was 41p. So for 400 grams that we're going to need for this meal, that comes to 33p. So altogether this meal comes to £3.37. Let's dive into the cooking. For our mince, I'm only going to be using half of this pack. So I'm actually going to divide this up now and put half of it in my freezer for a meal next week. Just going to heat a tablespoon of vegetable oil into into this saucepan, and then we're going to break up our 250 grams of mince into there. We're going to fry this now until it's all nicely browned, and while that's frying I'm going to dice up our mixed peppers, and we're also going to fill a large saucepan with boiling water. Once our beef mince has browned, I've just drained off the fat on this a little bit because there was a little bit too much fat in the pan. We're now going to add our peppers and a pinch of mixed herbs into the pot and fry that for a few minutes. Once that's finished frying for a few minutes, we're going to add our pasta sauce in now, and we're going to let that simmer gently on low for 10 minutes. And while our bolognese sauce is simmering, we're going to cook our pasta shapes as per the packet instructions. And then once our pasta is cooked and our bolognese has finished simmering through, it's time to serve up with our grated cheese. And that is our dinner all served up. We've got mine here, we've got the boys here, and we've got Ava's here as well. I'm going to serve up the kids, and then we're going to do a little taste test. So let's give this a try, starting with some of the pasta. Now the pasta is just a standard penne. It is nice, I would buy it again. The peppers and the cheese I already buy on a weekly basis. I know I like that. The mince as well, if you're on a budget, the mince is decent. It broke up really nicely. It is like 25% fat in the beef, which is why I had to drain off some of the fat whilst cooking, but I don't mind doing that. However, the pasta sauce, even cooked with the beef and the peppers to bring more flavour, the sauce is quite bland. I even had to put like salt and pepper into it. That didn't really help, even with the extra mixed herbs. So yeah, the pasta sauce is really quite bland, and it was only 49p. However, the Asda's own brand bolognese sauce is 69p. So for 20p more, you get a much better sauce. So if you're looking for a pasta sauce on a budget, I definitely recommend the Asda's own brand bolognese sauce over this Just Essentials one, because it is fairly bland. So not a bad dinner all in all. Me and the kids are still going to enjoy it, but for 20 pence more, I could have massively improved this by swapping out the pasta sauce. So that's it guys, that's all 7 meals, all made using only the Just Essentials range by Asda. We've done roast dinners, burgers, curries, pasta, and we've done it all with keeping our costs super low. So if you're trying to save some money on your grocery bills but you're still wanting proper meals, I really hope that this part 1 and part 2 of this series gave you some great ideas. Let me know in the comments guys, which of these meals would you actually make, and also has this tempted you to try and make some swaps with your own grocery shopping and maybe try out a few of the Just Essentials range. And if you want me to try this with another supermarket or set myself a weekly budget challenge, then just let me know where I should shop next. Thanks so much for watching guys. Thank you for the love and support on my channel at the moment. It means the absolute world to me, and hopefully I'll be seeing you really soon for another video. Take care. Bye.